I ask for the truth on behalf of Gena concerning love, romance issues. And ask for guidance and insight in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth always. Just neaten the cards up there for you there, Gena, and we'll just move things to the side here. I'll deal out 3 cards, as we do. And in this 3-card spread, as you could call it, the first position in the spread is in the position of the recent past. This is the period of time between now and roughly this time last month, you could say, couldn't you? And then the next card we place here is in the position of the present. And then the immediate future we just pop there, so just so you can see that there. I'll just put that there. First of all, we'll pull out, first things first, of course, the first card. This energy vibrates with your recent past, and because you've asked about love and romance issues, whatever the meaning of that card, or whatever it's, however it's interpreted, that will vibrate with the question you've asked, and we can hopefully find an answer. I suppose with it being the recent past, though, it's more to do with insight into just what's been going on. I suppose you could say we're establishing the situation, aren't we? As we just flip the card nice and slowly there, not to disturb its energy, you can see that we've got the energy of the black cat. Notice there a bit of Egyptian vibration going on there with that. The cats, of course, were revered by the Egyptians, and it was a death sentence if ever you killed one. So you had to steer clear of that one. The black cat, of course, black. Darkness, of course, the black cat is protection. Darkness is protective, isn't it? You can hide in the darkness, navigate through the darkness. If you can navigate through the darkness, you've got an advantage on somebody who can't. A bit like if somebody's chasing you in a dark room and you just walk around behind the coffee table, they'll trip over it and break the neck. You know, it's a similar, same thing as that in that sort of analogy. In this particular case, though, the black cat tends to focus more on your luck just changing, really. Just recently your luck has changed. I don't know if that's for the better or if it's for the worse, but certainly your luck has changed when it's come to romance and love. Maybe you feel as though you've met somebody and you feel as though for once in your life something might be starting up, or the fact that you even might just have your eye on somebody. You might feel as though they might say yes. Just for once in your life you might actually find the right one. I don't know what this is about, but certainly I want to pull the next card to see what's going on now. I suppose now is the most important card of all, though, isn't it, really? Because that's what's happening as we speak. And you can't define yourself by what you did then, but you can define yourself by what you're doing now. And the vibration there of the minstrel is more of guidance, really, than anything, isn't it? The minstrel is just really just indicating, as it says there, I suppose you've just got to speak your truth and let your intentions be known. Let the other part that you've got, whoever you've got your eye on, or whoever you may be thinking about, or whoever may even be there with you, you've got to say it as it is. You've got to say what you want from this, or else it's going to just be the old scenario where, well, you never said, so how am I supposed to know? I'm supposed to be a mind reader because you never said you wanted that. Now you're complaining, but you never said. If you'd have said, I'd have avoided it, or I would. And I'm sort of like getting this from it, and And of course, the minstrel is a song singer, isn't he? He sings a song. He might be singing I love you, and all that, but at the end of the day, it's a song. Is it really the true thing, what he wants to say? Is he expressing the truth as he sings his song, or is he just expressing a song that somebody else he's written, maybe the truth according to somebody else, whoever wrote the song? Is he the one who wrote the song? In this particular case, are you singing the song of somebody else? Are you expressing the views of others, or are you expressing your own views? And I get this sort of thing coming from it, where you should really be yourself and express what you feel, not what you expect others to have you feel, because at the end of the day, this is about you, not them. Yes, well, it's nice to know that our peers can sort of look at us and say, well, she's got somebody at long last like we have. But just to have somebody, just for the sake of having somebody so you can join the club in the I've got somebody club, doesn't necessarily work, does it? As you probably may have already know, I don't know. I'm sort of sensing something there along those lines. As we just flip the next card for the immediate future, we can see this is an elemental energy, isn't it? The element there of fire, and that just indicates really that reckless actions will lead to conflict between now and this time next month. So, as it says there, so be careful. Fire, the fiery energies, the fiery vibrations there. That's of course got the I think that's Leo Sagittarius and you know who, and Aries. Let me just check that. I think my memory is serving me. Yes, Aries, Leo and Sagittarius, they are. So my memory, I'm learning as well, aren't I? I'm remembering anyway, so I must be learning something. So this is, I think we're all in this together, aren't we, by the looks of it. But certainly the fire, I always think the fire is more to do with energy, isn't it, in the spirit to the south, where the sun transits the meridian, where it's at its most strongest point, and of course that's the fiery side of it, isn't it? The fiery energy. And that's where, with Leo, of course, Leo and Aries, certainly they are control seekers, or they try and seek control. The Sagittarius, the magical side there. But nevertheless, seeking control in some way, trying to getting a grip of the situation, may end up making you may end up making a foolish mistake in error, because a foolish mistake in error, of course, that's a silly oxymoron, or something of nature, whatever it is. But either way, at the end of the day, in your attempt to get control over this situation, you beware that you don't end up doing something silly, something stupid then, and instead of sort of understatement there. Just say it as it is now. Say what you want now from this relationship, and if they say yes, okay, we'll go for it, then they say yes, okay, we'll go for it. If they say no, sorry, sod off, then at least you now know. It's a bit like checking your lottery ticket. No use keeping hold of it after the draw. Make sure you check it, and then at least if you've lost, at least now we know we can get on with life, buy another ticket and try again. And in this sort of, oh, I won twice. I was on the same ticket with the same numbers as well. Well, like £2.50, something like that. Not much, but it's a bit, isn't it, to win the same thing with the same main numbers and the same lucky star. So looks like I'm on a winning streak of sorts, a little but often. It'll satisfy me, at least I can win my stakes back. But is that what you're trying to do from a metaphorical point of view here? Trying to just win your stakes back, cut your losses, because that's what you're going to have to do in the next 3 or 4 weeks or so if you're not careful. But in your attempt to gain control of the situation, reckless actions lead to conflict. So don't do anything stupid. Well, do anything stupid, what would that be? Well, maybe you could end up doing something stupid like saying no and breaking it off when there could be hope down the road. That could also be doing something stupid, but then again you could do something stupid by breaking it up, by doing something stupid. So That's really down to interpretation, maybe on your part because you know the truth, because the truth has now spoken as we cast a shadow over these cards that have now for you spoken.